Okay. You were going to say it's going to be an epic...
This is the epic pepper video because this is my first harvest.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it pop?
Yeah, I did.
We're going to stir this up. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's getting there, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
All right, first one out. Oh wow, they've even changed colors already. Hello everyone, John here with the Yard to Table Appalachian Homesteading channel, and today is an exciting day. I'm going to harvest my very first peppers, and we're going to have a good time because we're also going to water bath, can these peppers, and we're also going to make some pepper jelly today. Tracy's going to come by. You maybe remember her from some of the other episodes we do where she comes by and does canning, but today we're going to start harvesting 12 different banana pepper plants plus a lot of other plants that I've got here. And as we go through, I'll talk and tell you a little bit about my experience my very first year growing anything and some of the things I've learned so far this year with peppers. All right guys, this is one of the beds I got. All of these peppers I started by seed, and some of them was mixed pack of assorted sweet peppers. I've got one right here I wanted to show you. This is called they call it a purple pepper. There's different names depending on what they do. Right over here, this is sun scald. This is from the sun coming in over here. Now that needs to go ahead and come off, and what I've learned to do, and I wish I'd have done it better, was as these came up as seedlings, I wish I'd have took off the blooms at an early stage. I know we all get excited and say it's blooming, it's going to make a pepper, but what happens is you end up with a dwarf pepper like this right here, and it's not going to produce much fruit because what happened was it started blooming and making fruit, then it stopped growing. So that's one of the things I've learned. I've done fairly well with them, I believe, but next year I can fine tune it and get it just a little bit better. But I wanted to show you this purple pepper and show you what it looks like right now over here on another plant as we get ready to harvest it. All right, so here is what they look like after they start turning, and I think they turn maybe bright red eventually, but in the canning process that we're doing today, we want to have all these different colors, and that's one of the things I love about peppers, is not just that you can eat them, but they're ornamental. Now these are going to be a little odd shaped, looks like, for whatever reason. I'm not for sure what makes them an odd shape, but looks like we're getting a fairly nice basket of these bell peppers here so far this morning, and I know Dustin's going to enjoy this because we're going to be out here for a while filming, and this gives him some time out in the garden. So yeah, I didn't quite realize they were, look at that one. All right, so I've got all the ones that's completely ripe off, and here's another small one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this because what I'm wanting to do is reset some of these back into flowering again and get them all back into about the same stage. So these little bitty ones, what I'll do is once I get all the fruit off, I will start fertilizing them with more nitrogen. Okay, so this is the first, well, here's a banana pepper down in here. This is a small one that kind of got put up in the front. So let's just see how many we get off here. Wow, you wouldn't think that little bitty pepper. And this is what I'm talking about. This plant really needed to have been way bigger. I let it start fruiting and flowering way too early. I should have picked those early blooms and tucked those and let it put the energy into growing bigger stems and leaves instead of growing fruit. So, you know, some of these are bigger than the others. Some of them I'm learning that, hey, I should have done that, and I'll do that next season. I'll let them, you know, what happens is the reason they start blooming early is they get stressed out due to, got a bad one right there. So I'm gonna lay it out here so we can recompost it. Okay, I've completely cleared this one off here. Let's see, this was a small one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 banana peppers on that one. So we got 11 in there. So we're gonna go ahead and probably take all the peppers regardless of their stage of ripeness. And I was noticing, I've noticed the last couple of times I went down to the Food City grocery store shopping, and I looked at the banana peppers, and the banana peppers are $7.99 a pound. That's crazy. There's one other pepper that's $9.99 a pound, but things like jalapenos, they run around $2 a pound. And then the thing about the banana peppers here is that it takes a while for them to ripen. So that's the reason you never see them red like this in the store, because it takes so much longer to get to that stage. Look at that. I just think they're interesting and beautiful, whether you like growing them to eat or just ornamentally like I do too. Then doesn't really matter why you grow them, as long as you enjoy growing them, and I do. So I don't know how many we've got off this one so far, but it's we know we had 11 in there. So this one plant here is going to, well, I just pulled that one off. So I don't like pulling them off because it damages the plant, because they're not, some of them's loose enough to pull off, and I do see people on other YouTube videos just grab in there and tear them off, and that can be done. But me being new at this, I don't want to damage the plant, because we're going to get a second flush here when we get all of these banana peppers off here. Now it's going to be like, uh-oh, now we've got to start over again. Hopefully we'll get this many again. Now there's one, it seems to me when either the smaller ones got ripe first, or they get smaller once they ripen. So look at that, ain't that cute? So some of these we're going to jar up in whole peppers, and some of them will slice, and I don't know how many we'll get done today. Probably be working on them over the weekend. But we've done one video on this where Tracy came, and she came one day and we did a water bath canning on, I harvested maybe a handful of peppers, enough to make a jar. Okay, see right there where I pulled that off. That's not what I wanted to do. So let's see here, do we have them all? Oh, here's one. So I have been using these stakes like this that I made from cattle panel. Oh, here's one we missed over here, or maybe we didn't even do that bush. So that's a nice big one right there. Yeah, that's right, I did harvest one off this before. So I'm gonna leave these 4 on here and try to do that, let it keep growing there. Okay, so I might as well just turn around right here. And now I've let some of these stay on here way too long, like this one. This one should have been harvested a week ago, but I knew we were gonna be doing this video, and I wanted to have that one on there so you could see it. Now I've done a lot of different types of planting. I've done planting in containers on here. We've done raised bed planting on these peppers, and the raised beds are a little bit different. This raised bed over behind me here has rotten logs in it. When we put that bed together, we put rotten logs in the bottom of it. And I do notice that everything on this side over here stayed a lot greener. Now whether it's because those logs retained and held the the fertilizer that I put in there, or whether the logs are self-release nitrogen, I don't know, but it's really a lot greener over here on this side, and all that. So here's the, let's see here, kind of hard to see in here, but even though some of these fruits are probably not, they could stay on here for a little while longer, I'm gonna go ahead and take them off and probably and hopefully set this back into where we can give it a little bit of nitrogen to get them green back up. And I just think those are interesting with the colors. Now here's a little bit different one. Okay, now here's one in a container. This one's done very well to be in a 5-gallon container. They really could use a 15, 20-gallon container, but those get so heavy you can't move them. So one of the things about the containers is I can move it out of the sun. Now, everybody thinks of peppers being hot, loving the sun. They like the heat, but the sun scalds them so bad that we just can't save them all unless we put shade netting up, and we do have that, and we have put it up. We had some times in June that it was 95 degrees. It should not have been 95 degrees in June, but we had some 95-degree June weather, and it really hit the peppers hard. It wilted them, it scalded them, it did a lot of different things. We also not only had extreme heat, we've had extreme rain. Our rain's up about, oh, see, I tore that one completely off, but that's okay. We can trim some of these limbs up. We're doing okay. So these are called lunchbox peppers. Actually, I might have bought these as I did buy these over here. I bought 12 banana peppers as starter plants, and then I bought 12 sweet pepper, stuff like the purple peppers or these here, these lunchbox peppers. I don't know how many of these I bought, but then after we got these started and out, and I waited till temperatures at night was gonna not get below 60 degrees hardly, I kept them in the garage, these peppers here, and you can see this one's not tall. That's what, 18 inches tall, and we have got quite a bit of fruit on this one. I'm going to keep pulling this one off. Some of them I'm just going to get by hand. Some of them I'll leave on there that's not quite ripe yet. I think I got them all. There's one of the green ones. Now this will continue, I believe, to turn color. So far on that one, and that's still making them, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 right here, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I don't know, it was a bunch. Over 20 of them, I believe, on this one. Now, I'm going to set this stake up here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some new fertilizer around these. I'm going to put in some Epsoma garden tone of some sort. Probably put a little bit of liquid water soluble in here also. On these. I did fertilize these yesterday. I've had a lot of problems because of the rain washing anything out except the organic granule that was in there, and I should have added that a while back. Now this is just a I don't know what this pepper is, but I don't think this is one of the purple peppers, but I've kind of got several that I bought. Look at that one there, it looks like a pumpkin almost. How about that? So got one hanging. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one off here to take its energy off of growing peppers, and then you can harvest peppers at basically at any point. The reason green peppers in the grocery store are cheaper than red, yellow, or peppers of any other color. We got a soft spot right there. We can probably cut around that right here. This is from sun scald where it was hanging over Alrighty, so let me move this right here down this way, and we're going to leave these on here. They're not quite ready, but this was one that I started from seed. Some of these in these pots I bought from the local hardware store. That were Chef Jeff plants, and they had ended the season. They had them for $1. They were root bound. They had fruit all over them, little peppers everywhere, and some of them's done pretty good in the pots. But the ones I put in the raised bed where they get direct sunlight every day, all day, no, those has not done so well. They've done better in here. At one time, I had cucumbers through here. So the cucumbers shade it with this trellis. The cucumbers come to the end of their life cycle, and so then we ended up switching out a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple right here. I'm gonna show you these yellow peppers, and then we're not gonna film the picking of the rest of them. Now this could be blossom end rot right here. I'm not 100% sure what's caused that, but I'll definitely take a picture of it and Google it and see what happened, why that one went bad. You can give too much fertilizer. Oh wow, check this one out.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. That one, that's a cool pepper.
That one's nice.
I like that one.
It's got one little soft spot right here for some reason. Maybe sun scald. So stick that in the basket for us. I knew these were in here, and I thought, well, we'll go ahead and get a few of those yellow peppers off. And so y'all have to watch me do the rest of them. I'll let you see the final result. I'm picking them all. And if we come across some other ones here that's unique, we'll come back and show you them. But we'll get to the end of this, get all these picked over the next little bit. I want to take my time and try not to damage any of the other plants in here. See, like this little plant right here, it's got 2 peppers on it. I'm going to take these 2 peppers off, and now it can focus on a little bit more on growing a stronger stem. Now I do have these in here close. I tell you, they are a little close, and I grew way too many, and I planted 156 of them that is actually in ground here. So when the rest of those over there come doing the big bed there, and the rest of these in here, and what's behind me back here all come do at one time, oh wow, it'll be all day long picking peppers. But all right, we're gonna pick some more of these and cut them, or whatever you call it. I have no idea, but I gotta go get a bigger basket. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this one. It's got such a variety of peppers on it in different stages. But yeah, most of them that you're going to see in the store is the ones that come green immediately, because those are the ones that they can pick and harvest. And it seems like when they first come out, they start growing. They are bigger, and as they mature, they seem to shrink up a little bit. So I can see why the farms, look at all those peppers in there. This time I'm trimming them away from the bottom, and I mean, that is, I'm still just cutting away right here. And we won't talk about it today on this video, but if y'all want to know what I did and how I did this, it's on some of the other videos. As I planted these, I showed you as I planted them what I put in here was, and then I have hit them every few weeks with liquid soluble fertilizer, and I'm getting about 20 of these peppers per plant. I think this is the 4th one on my 2nd trip back out here. We've already put some in, but I've already put some of them in here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and I'd already put 3 or 4 in there. So there's 22. I think we got another basket. Let's go dump it. All right, everyone, I'm in the kitchen now and brought the peppers in, and we washed them and cleaned them good. I've got them laid out here so they would dry, as you can see. And I've got some up here that we're gonna weigh, and I wanna get a count weighing all the banana peppers and see what those 12 plants produced. And this is how I wanna can these, or whatever you call it. I've never done this before, so I'm learning, completely learning how to do it. I have been with Tracy when she has done canning, and we've done strawberry jam and a few different things, but I didn't really pay good enough attention, thinking, okay, I'm gonna have a bunch of peppers that I'm gonna need to, I think it's called water bath canning, where you don't have to pressure cook it. I'm learning, so Tracy's coming to help. And we're going to have everything cut for her when she gets here so that she can just make the brine up. And over here, I have some different ingredients to make the brine up, and I have no idea what makes what, tastes like what. So we'll probably make some different ones up, and that way we can kind of figure out what I want to use. And she's also going to make some pepper jelly that we've been talking about. But I think these are going to be beautiful once they're all packed in here and all good and tight. And also on these banana peppers, I wanted these to turn red. Most of your banana peppers are always going to be yellow when you see them in the stores, due to the fact that it takes a long time for them to turn red. And but with them being red and yellow in there, makes such a beautiful color. That's what I was wanting to go for. So I was able to grow them, and today I'm going to be learning to can them. But what I'm going to do is we're going to turn this on and see here, got it zeroed out with this bowl, and we're going to put 3 pounds banana peppers per bowl, and then transfer them over, and just going to get a weight on the banana peppers, how many pounds we got. We have 49 ounces, so 48 ounces is 3 pounds, so that's our first 3 pounds right there. We'll dump them in this basket here, and we're definitely going to rinse them off again as we get ready to do the cutting on them. So let's go ahead and throw in another 48 ounces. So we got 3 pounds. Y'all help me keep up with it. 22 ounces there. I'll tell you what, I love the ornamental use of peppers. They're just beautiful. A lot of people grow certain peppers just for the looks. Okay, what are we getting at here? Let me turn it around this way. I'm looking at it up. So 49 ounces. So there's another 3 pounds. So what we got, guys, we got 6 pounds of banana pepper so far. And put this back on here. Let's do, I'm running out of things to put them in. I don't know. I'm trying to weigh them, and maybe we're going to have to put them in a laundry basket, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, guys, I just bought these scales today to weigh these, so I'm still trying to learn how to use them. And I had to turn it around this way because you can't see it from over there, and I was having a hard time seeing it from here. So so we got 6 pounds. We've got 3 of these containers full. This here's 37 ounces. We're looking for 48. Oh, it's 48.7. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do on these, this is just something to put them in for now. So there's 9 pounds of banana peppers right there. We'll put some more on that in a minute. Let's put this on here. Okay, so I got to make sure this zeroes out so it's not weighing the glass. So it's zeroed out. And okay, that one's 48, so this makes 12 pounds. 12 pounds of banana peppers. Got 6 pounds in this one and 6 pounds in that one. So zero, make sure zeroed out, 0, 0. And here we go. 12 pounds, guys, so far. Don't know how far it's gonna go, but it's going to be interesting. Now, my next harvest, it'll be in a few months, I'm going to think. Not for sure, but we'll have a lot more different types of peppers and a lot more peppers. That's going to be a weekend trying to get all of those picked and canned. So there we go, we got 48 again. So that's another 3 pounds. So we had 12 and 3 is 15. So we have dumped this 5 times. So we're at 15 pounds of banana peppers right now. So we'll throw these in here, 15 pounds. And these will be a little bit easier. And bring them over here like this. And we're going to rinse these all off really good again. And we're also going to boil the jars, because I reckon you do that to make sure they're sterile. I've never done it, but Tracy's been doing it for years, and she'll. Okay, we had 15, 3 more here. Actually, it's 50 ounces for a total of 18 pounds. Okay, Dustin, I think I need another one of those bags. You got another one? Open that up for me. All right, we're going to put them in there, and we're at 18 pounds of banana peppers. So here's zeroed out. Here's the next batch, 30 grams, and here we go, 30 grams, and that one's got a leaf on it. Sometimes the leaf's hard to get off there when we washed them. But got 18 pounds, guys. Now another 3 pounds. So what's that, guys? 21 pounds of banana peppers. So I put them in that bag right there. And 21 pounds. And this is the last of the banana peppers. We're not going to have 3 pounds here. We actually got 26 grams, and I don't have any more here. So we got, not grams, but ounces. We got 26 ounces. So we had how many total? 21 pounds plus, we got, that makes another pound at the 26. That makes 22 pounds and 10 ounces. 22 pounds, I think. I'm close. 22 pounds and 10 ounces of banana peppers. And so that's pretty neat. 21 pounds, 10 ounces. So let's do the lunchbox peppers. I think these were 2 different plants, maybe 3. I can't remember. But tell me what we got in them. I'll have to get the calculator out. It's 53 ounces, so that's a little over 3 more pounds, 3.5 pounds almost. So with the 21 and a half and 3 and a half, 21, 22, and 3, 25 pounds total right now. We're going to leave these in here. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to process them or what we're going to do with them. Actually, I need my bowl back. This bowl is zeroed out on this here, so okay, we're zeroed out again. So we're at 25 pounds of peppers, and now we're going to start in with the bell peppers. Now, guys, I know that sometimes y'all message me, you email me on my email and tell me that you all have started growing stuff after watching me, because you figured if I could do it, anybody could do it, because I've never done it before. So I appreciate those emails, and it's always good to hear people saying, saying that they started growing things after watching me on here. So look at this little red pepper here. Ain't that cute? Looks like. So we got 3 pounds right there. 3 more pounds of I'm just going to dump these in this bowl over here. 3 pounds so far of bell peppers. What's that make? 28 pounds. You keeping up with it any over there, Dustin?
Yeah.
I think that's 28 pounds. Wow, these are big. I don't know about how the weight will come out on these. 21 pounds, or no, we're at 28 pounds. This is way over 3 pounds. Okay, 3 pounds exactly. So 6 pounds more, no, 3 pounds more at 28, it's 31, but that makes 6 pounds of these. Oh, okay. I'm getting a little confused now. You know where we're at, Dustin? Where we at? 31 pounds, okay. All right, bring this back over here. It's a little over. It's 49 ounces, so another 3 pounds. What we got there? What's that make?
34.
34, okay. I'm gonna dump these over here. And this should be, no, this might make the last. Guys, leave me a message in the comments. What would you do with these peppers? There's another 3 pounds. What's that make it, Dustin?
37.
37, okay. I think that makes about 9 pounds of bell peppers and 16 to 16, 32, 2 more pounds here. That's 33.9 ounces. 3 more pounds of these. I don't know, I lost track, guys. 39 pounds of peppers. First harvest. I think we can do 60 pounds on the next harvest because I got a lot more stuff, and Dustin's so excited about all that. But all right, guys, I'm going to cut these up, and I'll show you how I'm going to cut these. I'm going to cut these for the. I bought this today. Works pretty good. I've got a slicer, and if you've watched any of my cooking videos when I've been camping, I got a smaller slicer, and it doesn't really do what I want it to do as far as the thickness. So this one I went and got. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, and you got to be careful. It does come with a guard, but you can't use that guard on these peppers. So when it gets down to about right there to where the seeds is at, I'm just going to stop, and then there we go. Now a lot of people will leave those seeds in there, and some of them will stay in there regardless, so I'm going to put them in there. These here is going to go back in here because all this has got to be washed. So I'm going to be doing, I don't know how many bowls like this right here, and I know you don't want to see me do that, so we're going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to cut some peppers. When I get them all cut up, we'll be right back. All right, so some of these might be left over, and we can freeze them with, or I've got a vacuum sealer that I've never got out of the box. So by using this is really, they call it a French fry slicer, but look there, guys, ain't that some good looking banana pepper rings. All right, guys, we just we've got 2 colanders full cut like this. I have no idea how many that's going to make. It's going to make a lot, but we still have pounds and pounds. I do have these lunchbox peppers. Most people eat these just as a snack pepper, the best I know. Most of the peppers I've grown this year is all pretty much common variety stuff that you would buy at your local grocery store. There's a few things I grew that I've never seen at the grocery store, like the purple peppers, but when they're mature, I think they turn completely red. So they probably don't grow the purple peppers commercially for stores. Probably not something that's very good to breed or raise commercially. I'm sure they got certain types of peppers that grow faster, better. I've just never seen, the purple peppers do start out when they're young, not very old, as purple peppers, but then they start changing, and we actually have some of them right here. As you can see, they start changing, and we got these way before they're completely ripe. You can see right here starting to get red. We got a little bit of sun scald right there. That's a really neat the way it's got that multicolor. So I think what we're going to do on canning these, we're going to cut these in strips and do them in the jar canned. I think these will be beautiful. And now I've got all of these. I'm starting to do these orange peppers. Look at that. I'm going to throw some of them in with each mix just for we have no idea what they'll taste like. It's all, this year is all experimental for me. Never grown anything really to speak of. You know, I've planted flowers and things like that before in the past, but some shrubs, but Dustin, have I ever grown a garden before?
No.
So now I'm raising the pheasants out there, but now I have raised birds before, ain't I, Dustin? Many birds, yeah. So the pheasants are doing good. They're getting big and they're flying around. If you open the cage door up, next thing you know, you got pheasants flying around in the garage. So we've been having fun with them. We're looking right now to get another cage for them. We got to get an outdoor cage, and as soon as we get them moved up, we're going to get 4 different laying hens. No roosters, but laying hens. Tell me in the comments what laying hens work good for you. And I'm sure certain areas, certain birds probably perform better in certain climates. I'm in East Tennessee here. I don't know. We're going to be getting 4 different birds, not 4 of the same birds. I'd like to try to get 4 different birds. So let me know what you all have, if you all raise chickens. You know, back when the pandemic hit, everybody started raising chickens and gardening more and cooking at home. But now it's changed and everybody's eating out more. But we're just trying to do some things that hopefully will still be usable and a learning tool for people many years down the line to learn how to grow things. It's been really amazing this year to research and figure out how to use fertilizer. The one thing that caught me off guard, and I talk about it in every video because we're working on making a video right now, but the squash vine borer caterpillar, larvae, moth, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely a terror. It's a moth that flies around during the day, and it killed out a bunch of my pumpkin plants before I even knew, and some of my miniature pumpkins, or not, yeah, some of my miniature pumpkins and my miniature gourds. It killed some of them out, but we're gonna be on alert this time, and we know what to look for. Plus, it's a little later in the season, and they're not, they'll be out of season here real soon, won't be laying eggs again. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, because if you're growing anything that's a squash type or a cuprate, like a watermelon or squashes and even cucumbers, that is terrible. You've got the squash bug, which is different, then you got the squash vine borer bug that's just about impossible to stop. So we're going to be showing the different methods on how to remove those bugs and kill those bugs, and even inject your plants with the BT, and it's something that will kill the larvae. It's not harmful to humans. So luckily, the peppers did not get any pests to speak of. Now, there was a few. I have over 150 pepper plants, don't I, Dustin?
150 something, a lot.
A lot. And none of them's really died out. We accidentally broke one the other day, and that was trying to work on the tomato plant beside of it. The tomato plant kind of come over and attacked it, and when we moved the tomato plant, set that over there and be careful, Dustin. You can roll that back up to where it don't slice. Okay, so now we're going to start on these right here, and these are going to take a little bit more time, and I'm going to have to clean those others so I can get those colanders. I'm going to have to clean them and put them in something else, and then I'm going to look through these here and make sure they all look good. Just dropped one on the floor. This one looks okay. Let's see here. I'll come back a little bit farther to stay away from those seeds. Now, if we had our chickens already, these would be a great snack for the chickens. All this extra pepper, they would really love that. So if you can understand what I'm trying to do. I don't know. I looked for some videos online about people pickling the peppers this way so that you can eat them like this. You can hold them instead of just the small little rings, and we're gonna actually deep fry some of these with a batter. That'll be coming up. I'm still no clue how to do that or even make a batter. When it comes to grilling outside on the grill, I can do that. When it comes to doing stuff indoors, I never was that great at it, but I'm learning because we're homesteading stuff now, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. Okay, I'll be right back after I get a bunch of these cut up. All right, guys, Tracy's here. Like I told you earlier today when we were picking all the peppers, she had a lot of things to do, and she's here to go over. We're going to do what? Tell them what we're going to do today.
What we're going to do, we're going to can some banana peppers 2 different ways, and I love that we're going to do them long like this, and we're doing them in the classic rings. And we're also going to make some pepper jelly. Okay. And maybe freeze some.
Freeze some, yeah.
Depending on how our time
I do have a vacuum sealer I bought some time back because I knew this was going to come up, so we can vacuum seal some of these, and I'm going to send some of them home with.
Yes, I came in asking if he had any to share, and he said, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many did you harvest this morning?
We harvested 39 pounds total, I think, something like that.
And these don't weigh a thing.
Yeah, and the banana peppers are $7.99 a pound at Food City.
Right You're now. Sitting on a war pension.
All right, guys, we are to the point that you're going to make the brine.
We're going to make the brine. So the process is going to be, we've got the jars warming up in the water bath canner, and we're going to water bath these because of the acidity level with the vinegar especially. We don't have to have the pressure to kill the bacteria. So we're going to get those warmed up because you're going to put warm brine and in warm jars, and then we're going to put it back and water bath it, get it back up to the internal temperature. I think it's like 200 and something. I'll have to look that up. But you want your lids warm, your jars warm, your brines warm, and then we're going to put the peppers in the jars, and then we're going to can it, and we'll have peppers all year, and next year and the year after, as many as you've got. So we're going to get started with the brine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our water. You do equal parts. So I'm going to do 4 cups of water, and then I'm going to do 4 cups of vinegar. You can use regular white vinegar, or you can use apple cider vinegar. I think at this point it doesn't matter because it's going to have so many other flavors in it. I don't think I would really worry about doing the apple cider vinegar with it. So, but it may be better, and we may try some with it. I don't know, but we're going to do the equal parts there, and then we're going to put a little bit of sugar in. And I'm not going to put a whole lot, but for this amount, I'm going to have 8 cups of liquid. So I'm going to do probably about a half. This is a half a cup scoop, and so I'm going to do about a half a cup of sugar. And there's probably a more precise way to do it, but we're just going to add that in there, and then we're going to put a little bit of salt. And the salt isn't quite as and this is the pickling cannon salt. You want to use this because it doesn't have the caking, anti-caking chemicals on it or whatever, so you definitely want to use a pickling salt when you do this. So I'm going to do probably about a half of a cup of this in there. It's more of an art than a science. We're just trying to get some in there. And then we're going to put some of the other spices actually in the jar when we go to can the jar. When we go to pack the jar, we'll put some of the pickling spices in there. So we're going to stir this up, we're going to put it on the stove, and we're going to bring it to a boil. It won't take very long on this nifty little thing. I need a couple of these.
Yeah, that's
at my house.
We started
using it. Do you use this camping?
Yeah, we use it for camping, yeah.
Well, it's really neat. So we're going to go ahead and get we've already rinsed off, you've washed all the...
I've washed them 2 or 3 times, actually.
And have you done everything over them? So we'll go ahead and get our jars ready, and we'll start packing those jars.
All right, I just got this out of the pot.
And we need our funnel. And we did wash our hands off camera, so because I use my hands for this. Now, if we were dealing with really, really hot peppers, I would be using gloves because I'm a wimp and I don't want to touch my face, and But these banana peppers, they're not hot, so your floor is going to need to be.
We got banana peppers all over the floor.
Here it is. So we've got this little thing. I don't know what it's called. I don't have one that's fancy like this. I just use something else that I've got. But this is exactly what you want to do. You want to pack it down in there really, really good. And we're going to do one of these. We're going to get these packed in here. Now, what do you use banana peppers for when you eat them? Do you put them with your sandwiches? Do you cut them up for salads?
Yeah, so mainly I use them on a salad. I also like them on sandwiches. If I go to Subway, I always get banana peppers on there, and I like the banana, or any type of roast beef sandwich or hoagie, I like banana peppers on it. And then I have never really ate them just by themselves, but the way we're going to do it today with those longer slices, those, I don't know, I looked on YouTube and tried to find somebody else that was doing that, and I couldn't find it.
A little spoon, like a teaspoon or something.
Okay, smaller here, teaspoon.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. So what are they suggesting with those?
No, I didn't really find any videos on the whole or the cut peppers like that. Everybody pretty much did the slicing. The rings, yeah. But one of the things I am wanting us to do, and we can do it once these set, I guess, is I want to fry them with a batter. It's like a beer batter.
Yeah.
I tried some in Florida at a restaurant as an appetizer. It's banana peppers. It's got a batter fried on it. And they were absolutely the best I've ever ate.
Those long skinny ones would be good
work
that way too.
Right,
yeah, that's really good. Okay, so while he was talking, I put some pepper and some mustard seed, whole seed, and I'm getting ready to put a little bit of celery seed. And I did about a half a teaspoon of those, and I'm going to do about less than a quarter of a teaspoon of the celery seed. And we've got our brine cooking up right here. And I found a spoon, here it is. And we're going to get this, we just want that sugar and salt to dissolve and just to become mixed in with the water and the vinegar. That's what we're doing right here. And that's making a squirt. Can I get
something wood?
A wooden spoon, yeah.
All right.
That would be great. And I don't think we mentioned it that we were going to make pepper jelly. Did we say that, or did we not?
I think we might have mentioned it. I might have mentioned it earlier in the video before you got here. I think we talked about that because I have pepper jelly actually in the refrigerator. It's been there for several years.
I like it on pork. I like it over cream cheese with crackers.
Oh, okay.
I like it on a burger.
Okay.
But on I'll cook, especially leftover pork tenderloin after you grill it and it's kind of dry. Mine's always dry. I'm not the grill master. You are, John. But after I get it, there we go. I think we got that. I think it's sort of incorporated in there now. Our brine is.
Is it getting hot enough, you think?
Oh yeah, let me see. It's like when you're at the Mexican restaurant and they bring you that plate and say it's hot, and the first thing I do is touch it. That says something about me. Do you have a ladle, like to dip this out, or are we gonna pick it up and?
Well, I can pick it up.
Oh no, I can use this. Never mind. I've solved my own problem.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our. Actually, I've got this one. We're gonna try to leave about a ½ inch of headspace. So. This actually has a measure on it. It's got little measurements. So I'm going to put it on here and try to leave that. The reason that's important is we want to make sure that you've got enough room for this water to expand, and when it starts to boil inside, it won't impede that seal. And I don't know if we've talked about it on this channel or if it was on something else we did, that you've got that little rubber piece on the bottom of your canning lid, and I'll show you when we put that on here. You've got that little rubber piece on here, and you want it to make good contact with the top of the glass, and then that's going to be what actually seals the lid, which keeps it shelf stable. So you can see right there, if you turn it around, John, see right there, I've got us right at about half. And I'm kind of cheating on that because I know that line right there also is about a half.
On the jar itself.
On the jar itself, yeah, that one right there is about a half. So that will actually take us exactly where we need to be. And then you can put this down in here. Oh, you want to take that off and bring it over here? Because that's got my lids in it. That's what I need. Okay, I'm going to put a little piece of garlic in there. You can put as much as you want. If I'm doing dill, I'm going to put more garlic because I like garlic with dill, but this will be good just with the regular brine. Put a little bit of garlic in there. And you can put that in at the beginning like we were talking about, or you can put it in at the end, just as long as you get it in there. So that one is ready to go back into your canner, but we're going to clean the top. You got to clean that top off real good. And then, let me move this over here, I will burn you. You're going to take your, where's that little thing? The lifter. Is it over there? It's green. Here it is. I don't seem to have my act together. But when we were talking before about the ring, see that's got like a little bitty rubber piece there. And so you're going to put this on the lid there. And then this is a little magnetic lid lifter there. And put that there. And you just, that's fingertip tight. That's as tight as you want to get it. And then John's going to go put this back in the canner for me, or yeah.
Do we not put them all in at one time?
I usually put one in and take one out, and put one in and take one out.
Okay.
But we don't have to.
How long do they have to be in there?
Oh, no. Yeah. It's just going to keep it warm while it's in there.
We're not actually boiling.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You want to switch it out?
I'll put it in there so we're not in.
Yeah.
We've turned the heat down though, right?
Right. We've turned the heat down. It's warm, but you can, because we're going to actually can it on here.
Okay.
Right.
I'm learning. I don't know.
We'll do it over there, and you just turn that.
So you need another jar.
I need another jar.
Okay.
And you can get me a big one or a little one, whatever we got.
So this is really hot over here though. It's still like really hot.
Good.
So it's got to stay hot.
Got to stay hot.
So it looks like these first ones that go in would get cooked more than the last ones.
No, they're just, you're going to cook it to death.
Okay.
You're going to cook it to death. Let's do some of those ones that are long and skinny.
Ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic in, and I'll put some of the pepper in, and we'll go ahead and get them. Sorry, I'm right in your way.
No, you're fine.
We'll go ahead and put some peppers in and some, I can just dash this. Well, I'll do it with I'll actually do it like I'm supposed to since I'm being filmed. Now I'm a dash and a little bit and a smidge more kind of a cook, so maybe you don't want to be having me on your channel.
No, you're doing just fine. You've been, we started last year
We did
some videos. So.
Iron skillet stuff and yep, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Can I put this over here?
Sure. So these are some that I cut long ways just so that if you wanted to pick them up and just eat them that way, you could. So it's just a different, I don't know, I've tried to find somebody that showed doing these, but I didn't find anybody doing it this way. But I've seen people take all kinds of vegetables, multiple different types of vegetables, and put in one jar. And
pickle them, yeah.
Everything together, yeah. So it might have 6 or 7 different vegetables in it.
And I'm only going to cut that one just because I think it'll make it an easier.
Okay.
You know, like when you're doing pickles and you try to get the cucumbers in there just right.
No, I've never made pickles. I wouldn't know.
You don't know?
I guess people watching's made them, but I've been with you when you made them. We did the fridge pickles on the last video.
Yeah. And I like to, like with the banana peppers, I'll use that. I'll do those for like to put in a pasta salad, or you know, if I make chicken salad, you can add them to about anything that you make. And so you're trying to fill up as much of this space. And I think a lot of this, like cramming it in and trying to get as much head space and trying to put everything in that you can, comes from our grandmothers that taught us how to do this, because they only had so many jars and they only had so much, you know, they had to make everything work with max capacity, you know.
Trying to get as much as they can in one jar. That's right.
Yeah. But we have the luxury of having, you know, a dozen new jars and new lids and, you know, everything. Now, I don't reuse my flats. I call those little flat pieces with that rubber on the edge. I don't reuse those. Some people will reuse them, but I will reuse them on things that are not going to be canned. All right, I'm cutting these now to kind of make them more form-fitting so that they fit the space I've got. Now, do we want to turn this down just a little bit, do you think? I think that's
I have no clue.
Yeah.
That's the reason you're here.
Oh, okay. Don't ask you.
Well, I'm learning and I want to learn this, and I know that there's a lot of people that have
also
interest in food preservation, and so this is the basics. You know, most people do it by freezing things. You know, that's the easiest way to keep food is to freeze it, but a lot of people...
I just don't like how some of the frozen... Now, my corn, I put up 7 dozen ears of corn already, and I freeze corn, and I think you can freeze corn. I think it's good. I've never been successful really freezing green beans that tasted good, you know, but I'm gonna make a real effort to try to freeze some more things. I freeze my fruit, but I've never really been able, and I'm cramming that in there.
I can see you have packed and packed, and we even took a break in the middle of this. I had to get a cough drop, and
I'm still packing.
She's still packing.
Okay.
She has packed them in there.
I think that they're good there. Now I'm going to take my paper towel, clean my lid. That's a constant. You just keep constantly doing that. And then I'm going to put my funnel on. I've already put, now on this one, I put my garlic and my spices in first. So we're going to have to make some more brine, which is not a big deal. That recipe's easy. But we're going to get... Okay, John. That's hot.
You want me to pour that in there for you?
Well, I was going to ask you to, but I think I can do it.
I'm going to tilt it.
I'm almost done. Yeah, if you'll tilt it for me. That's hot on your hands, though. Okay, one more time. Okay, we're good.
I don't think we're going to have enough to do another jar.
No,
so
we're going to have to mix some more.
We can do a whole other thing with what's in there.
Yeah, we'll mix it in there.
Okay.
With it, and then we're going to clear the top again. And can you tell that I was taught to keep clearing those tops? And then we've got the hot lid and ring. So this is what we would call a lid. There we go. And make sure that little rubber part sits on there. And then you're gonna put it here. Ooh, and then you can get me another jar. Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. Another mix of brine. How about that? All right, we are stirring this up and getting it going again. So we got this brine, and I'm gonna need another jar.
Another jar, okay.
Yeah, and if you want to do a big one, we'll do these sliced ones. Yeah, give us a big one if you've got it. I put my hair up in the clip a minute ago because I told John that I can't stand to see somebody cook with a whole bunch of hair. When my daddy was alive, we'd make candy, and he'd always fuss about my hair. So he'd put that hair up. But I told John I'm not wearing a hairnet on YouTube, so we'll just have to put it in the clip. So I'm getting this garlic ready, and I'm just getting the skin. I don't know what you call that. I call it skin, kind of like an onion. Have you grown any garlic yet?
No, I didn't do that.
It's really easy to grow. I think, in this area.
Yeah, there was some growing at my mom's that just come up every year. It comes back every year, and but we never did dig it up and use it.
Now, Mom's got some asparagus that comes up every year. It takes a little while to get that going, but she's got that. And that skin that'd be okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the pepper, celery, and mustard in, and get that.
And if there's not enough of them, we can add some of those bell peppers or some more of those sliced string peppers to fill the jar.
Did you buy your, refresh my memory because I don't remember. Did you buy your pepper plants or did you grow them from seed? 24
of them, 12 banana peppers I bought in 3-inch Bonnie cups back in March, late March. And then I bought 12 more sweet peppers like green, yellow, those lunchbox peppers. So I bought 24 pepper plants. Then I planted, or by seed, I did about over 100.
Oh my gosh.
And then late, sometime in June, I found a bunch of peppers on sale. They were closing them out because of the end of the year, and they were $1 a piece.
Oh my God, and it was a bargain.
Yeah, and you know, the peppers was cheap, but the raised beds I had to buy in the soil to put in them to do it costed quite a bit.
But look at how much you got in banana pepper volume.
Yeah, yeah, that's going okay for us. So I did buy 24, and then I planted 100. Most of them I'm planting, and I also did them in containers, 5-gallon containers, and we'll be doing a video on that showing the container growing and the difference in how the raised bed worked and how the containers worked and the difference and things like that. Because you can do this even if you live in an apartment, you got a patio or something. You can do 3 or 4 container plants and be able to grow some peppers or
if you had
tomatoes.
If you had these kind of peppers, you'd have a big volume for just a little space. You've grown a big yield.
Yeah, most people wouldn't grow 12 banana pepper plants or 157 pepper plants, but since we are a YouTube channel and I'm experimenting, I want to know, you know, is full sun going to work? No, it don't really work. Full sun gives them sun scald. Do they need some shade in the evening? They do. What type of fertilizer they use? There's a lot of things I've been learning. The biggest thing I had a problem with is when I bought those Bonnie plants, it was too cold to put them out. So they come in a 3-inch cup. And then they growed really good because what I do, I'd take them outside. I had those little carts and I'd grow them out. But then I had to put them in 5-inch.
You take them to day camp.
Yeah, they'd go outside. And then they got bigger and bigger, but still the temperature was getting down below 50 at night. And a lot of people will maybe put them out early April or depending on where you're at, but
well, you get those warm days and
it's 80 degrees during the day and you think, oh, it's so hot, let's plant everything. But 3 days later at night it's down in the 40s. So it was May 10th when I actually planted these May 10th when I planted them in the ground. It never did get cold after that, but it can get cold after that. And if it did, I would have had to cover them. But yeah, I kept them in and out, so they grew for a couple of months, just bringing them in and out of the garage, or even when it got real cold outside, I brought them into the house so that it didn't get too cold on them. So they were kind of babied, so maybe that's why they produced, you know, when they got put out, they done had 2 months of growing. The one thing I do think I wish I'd have done more of is pick off more of the blooms when they were still growing inside.
And I got you.
So they don't make fruit. As soon as they start making fruit, they quit growing. The plant stops pretty much growing. It'll grow a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But it puts all of its production into making fruit. So when they're young, you want to pick those blooms off so that it's not producing fruit, and let that plant get at least 12 or 18 inches tall, and at that time you can change the fertilizer up and start giving it high phosphorus, and that'll make
instead of the nitrogen,
and it'll make it start blooming, and it'll be big enough to hold them. So I wish I'd have picked more blooms when they were inside, but you know, everybody wants to see fruit on your stuff, and so I kind of let some of them grow.
Now,
and
did you do anything like to pick them back to make them stronger, or they say wind makes them stronger, so you taking them out during the day
when that was little, or even when they were seeding and coming up and they were still in the 72 cell trays, I used a fan that goes backwards and forth to kind of even
help that.
Yeah, so I did keep fan on them all the time when they were in the garage. So it was a lot of work for 2 months bringing these in and out, but Dustin would help me in the mornings. We'd roll them outside in those carts, but then eventually I had to go bigger than the 5-inch pots. I had to go like with an 8-inch pot. So then it started being bigger and bigger.
Talk about baby.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to put this one in? Get me another jar.
Okay. But then the other ones that I started by seed, they little bit different story. They came out later, so it's kind of like a succession crop. It'll be coming that I'll have a lot more peppers coming, different types of sweet peppers and even hot peppers that I have no clue what we'll do with. But I did learn that the ones that were $1 were stressed, and when you buy stressed plants, it's hard to ever make them really produce right again because they were root bound Plus they'd already been producing peppers, and they wasn't but this high. And they'd have peppers on them as long as the plant. So we picked all the peppers off pretty much. And the ones that went in the containers, the 5-gallon containers really picked up and did good, but the ones in the raised beds didn't. Need to clean this out.
Well, I'm done with that one.
Done with this one? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do these rings now.
Okay.
Well, that is, okay, I love to go to what I call the intensive care at Lowe's. We lost another man down on that, dropped it. I love to go back there in that clearance area because I do primarily flowers. I mean, I'll have a couple of tomato plants and a cucumber plant or two, but I love to go back there. And if you get a flower that's stressed, you can bring it right back out, but it's not producing fruit.
Well, so it's producing flowers. So,
right.
But if it's a perennial and you can bring it back, you know, till next year, you'll be okay. It'll probably come out of it. But I'm finding that what happens, a lot of people think, oh, my plants are doing good, they're already blooming. No, that's not good. When you got them inside and you're trying to grow them in containers like I did, that means is that plant thinks it's dying. And it's stressed out.
Yeah.
And its way of going ahead and trying to set fruit so it can make seeds. So even though I took care of it, I did fertilize them in and out, they still were stressed. It was still cold outside. And so they started doing blooms, and I pulled the blooms, and I made a video about that. And somebody made a comment and said, oh, I never pulled the blooms off. But you can see the result of what happened pulling the blooms off.
Well, yeah, I think whatever you did with these are really good. I think it's really good.
So, yeah, this is the first year, and next year I'll have a leg up in knowing a lot more about different things.
Now, when you're talking about your container gardening or your raised bed, do they need different amounts of water?
Yeah.
I would think the raised bed would be less water.
Right, it is. And then in-ground, you know, I'm doing in-ground mound, a no-till, no-dig, where I just put bags of soil on top of the ground, and I have, how many pumpkin plants, Dustin? I don't know. We got about 45 pumpkin plants.
Oh my God.
We lost quite a few to the vine borers, but I planted those really early, those pumpkins, and it was a real good learning experience on them and some squash about the vine borers, because now that I know about them, this whole 145-foot row I put down here of pumpkins, there's 25 or 28 pumpkins down there. I'm going to run the vines all downhill so that I can walk right up to the pumpkin vine itself. Because they get so big and spread out, you can't get to that stem. So all the vines are going to run downhill so I can walk up to it and water it, fertilize it, and check it for vine borers. And
because they are at the plant, not at the end. It's not like
they hit at the base, but of the stem, but they can come in the fruit or in one of the other stems too. They can be 5 or 6 vine borers in one plant, we're finding out. So it's not just one of them. So yeah, it's something I've been learning about, and they're very hard you can't just spray for them and say, okay, they're done, because the vine borer is like a stink bug. Well, no, that's the squash bug is like, it looks like a stink bug. Well, it's armored. So there's 2 different bugs. You got the squash bug, and then you got the squash vine borer. That's a moth. So there's 2 different things that attack them, and probably 5 or 6 more things that will attack them too. That's just some of the things I've been having problems with. We're going good. We're about to get this down here.
Woo!
Is it ready?
Yeah. Now you'll bring me another one. I'm gonna get us some more. I think we're gonna have even some more. How many more jars do we have?
2. We got 2 smaller ones.
2 small ones? We might be okay. I'm gonna leave this over here then. If we got 2 small ones, we might be okay. Well, you have cut the peppers. Okay. You were gonna say it's gonna be an epic.
This is the epic pepper video because this is my first harvest, and
I'm so excited to be part of it.
So the next one's going to have a lot more variety in it. So guys, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, the Yard to Table, hit the subscribe and notification bell. And then Tracy has a channel too. Tell them about your channel.
It's Tracy Lobertini, East Tennessee Living, and it is stuff that I do, some canning and things like that. I also sell real estate, so this is sort of my, look how much, that way too many in there. Even though I'm trying to cram, that's too many to cram. But I have a Tracy Lobertini channel, and that's mostly house tours and things like that. And then the Tracy Lobertini East Tennessee Living is canning and gardening and all that fun stuff that I love to do. And I do love to garden and can. And this week is going to be a big canning week for me. So I'm going to try to do some more video on there because I've got to get caught up. I normally can about 8 bushel of beans, green beans, white half runners, peanut beans, turkey beans, whatever I can get my hands on, greasy bean. My granny used to say, now that's that little greasy bean. And, oh, those are like peanut beans. Do you know the difference in all those?
Absolutely not.
Well, a peanut bean or a greasy bean, they're little bitty and kind of hard to break and hard to snap. They're just hard to work with because they're little. But the flavor, the payout in flavor is so good. So a white half runner is kind of just a basic green bean, and that's what I usually do. But I give that to all my family, and so I do it for multiple families, multiple households. So I have a lot that I've got to do. Plus I've got to do tomatoes. And so I'll be doing tomato sauce, meatloaf sauce, all the stuff that I do to give to people. But most of my canning I give away to my family.
Right.
So I've got a lot of canning to do this week because I've been out of town and I've been busy. But that's not what you asked me. You asked me about my channel. And I went on a big commercial about how much I was going to can.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming and being a part of the Yard to Table, and also she's been on the Appalachian channel with us and making videos. So now anything that comes out of the garden, from yard to table, we're putting on the Yard to Table channel. So there'll be a lot of other cooking. Even when the garden is no longer producing this winter, we'll still be doing cooking videos because we can just get vegetables from the store that we'd normally be growing.
You know what I want to do?
What do you want to do?
I want to can dried beans. Now this seems really counterintuitive. You know how you get dried pinto beans?
No.
Okay, well, for those of you that do know, you can buy dried pinto beans, and that's how most people cook them. Or black beans or whatever. Well, I want to buy them dried and then can them so that I can just go to my shelf and pull them out almost like a canned bean that you would get at the store. And so that's what I'm excited about doing. Thank you. How's our water? Is our water over the top of our jars yet? No.
So I didn't pay attention. So did you fill the pot up, then put the jars in, or did you put the jars in and put water with the jars in there?
I put some water in it, and then I put the jars with water in them in
you
there.
fill them up with water, then set them down in there.
And then that heats them, and then that sterilizes them when you bring them to a boil.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we did that. And then that way you've already got water, because if not, you're going to have to try to heat that water from the beginning, and it takes it forever to get heated all the way up. So that's what we're doing. And then this is our last one, right?
That's our last jar on this series. Then we're going to do the
pepper jelly.
Pepper jelly.
I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So have you made it before?
Mm-hmm. I have, and I love to make jelly of all kinds.
We made the strawberry jelly. I think that was on the Appalachian channel.
We can make some blueberry.
Oh, okay. Jelly, blueberry jelly. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've got all kinds of blueberries that we froze from the blueberry bushes, and we did that on Appalachian or Yard to Table when we trimmed the blueberry bushes.
I think that was on the Yard to Table.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got so many blueberries this year. They're pretty much gone by now, but we had a huge harvest, and I think it's the fertilizer. I weeded around them really good, and I have to look to remember if I put my
garlic in
and my spices, but I weeded it and we've mulched it really good, and I think that there's not been as much competition with the weeds and the grass underneath it for moisture, because even though we had a dry early season, they did fine. And you know, berries are a lot of water, so if you don't get enough water, they won't make as pretty a big berry. And they did really good, and I think it's because we had it mulched real well. We don't water them, we don't fertilize them, we don't irrigate them at all, and I think that the reason that they did so well this time really is because we had the mulch around them, and we had actually done a really good job of pruning them.
Do we need to do any more of this?
You want to poke it down in there? You be the
Okay, I've not done this yet, so I do see that on some of the other videos I've been watching, there's air bubbles get in here. Now, what's the effect if we leave air bubbles in there and all the air bubbles don't come out? Do you have any idea what caused what?
No, I think that's if you don't have a lot of headspace, that could boil up.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Let us know. I'm sure somebody knows what it is, and they'll let us know. Yeah, let us know which one it is, what that is. But I've not so much with this because they're going to be able to move around. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do now? Can I turn this off?
Yes.
What we're going to do now is go ahead and get that canner going, and we're going to bring it up to a rolling boil. And I normally say that so fast, a rolling boil, that you can't even understand it. We're going to bring that up to a rolling boil, and then we're going to boil that. Because we've got the quarts in there, we're going to do it for 15 minutes. Excuse me, if we just had the pints, we would do it for 10. But you do quarts for 15. So you err on the side of the larger vessel. So we're going to do it for 15. And we'll get that going. Is it about to boil?
Yeah, we'll bring it over here so we can see it better.
All right, that'll be good.
All right, so we've got what would you call that pot? A canner or?
Yeah, the water bath canner.
A water bath canner full. And so we're going to do some fridge pickling.
Right.
So that you don't have to heat it, but you just put it in the refrigerator, and they'll be good for a couple of months maybe?
Oh yeah, well, they're going to be so good that you're not going to want to let them last a couple of months. That's what I want to tell you.
Right, well that sounds good to me.
So I'm going to go ahead and, where's my little knife? What did I do?
Let's see.
Here it is.
She brought me a knife that she bought because she felt sorry for me when she was here last time, and so she brought me a better knife.
I'm used to having the stuff I'm used to having, and I'm a big thrift store girl. My breeches are from a thrift store. My earrings are from a thrift store. Almost everything that I wear comes secondhand because I'm just that classy. But I also found this at a thrift store, and it's a Teflon, so it's a good brand. And if you watch, you can get a lot of good stuff for your kitchen. I've gotten a big aluminum roasting pan. I've gotten a lot of really neat things secondhand at a thrift store. But we had this brine left over, and we've got our canner going, so we didn't really want to just throw it out. So we're gonna, where's that little, oh here it is. We're gonna go ahead and just pack these in, and then we're gonna put them for the refrigerator. And then you can use them in a salad or whatever you normally do. I guess we've already been over what all you use them for.
Yeah,
You eat them more than I do.
Well, I also like them on pizza. Sometimes when I order pizza.
Oh.
Have you ever tried it on pizza? No.
No, I'm funny about.
Do you even eat pizza?
I love pizza.
Okay.
I love pizza, but I'm a pretty basic.
Yeah, we'll try some banana peppers next time.
I think the people at work get banana peppers and maybe pepperoni or something. They get just one ingredient. It's a banana pepper and then some kind of a meat.
Okay.
I see them when they get them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some. Oh, I got too many. Well, it won't matter.
Okay.
Headspace won't matter on here because we're not gonna boil it. So
Okay.
it's not gonna matter. Let me get my spices back over here.
Now this is something I bought right here. Do you have? It just says for canning. Do you have any idea what this is?
I think that's more, to me, that's more of like when you're making like a dill pickle.
Okay.
And I need to bring you some dill. I've got tons.
Because it shows some peppers
Banana
on
peppers.
here.
Well,
Peppers on here.
I don't know. I've never really used it. Maybe somebody that'll be watching.
Mixed pickling spice. I got that off the shelf at Walmart. If you've ever used that and how do you
Let
use
us know.
it? Basically, I figured it just went in like this right here.
It probably does.
So I definitely want to try some of this at some point. Let me look at it, see what it looks like.
Oh, wow. What does it smell like? Smell it.
It smells like a nutmeg or something.
Yeah, it smells more like, I would call that like a warm, savory smell. It smells almost like fall.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. So maybe the next round we'll try some of these and see how they.
Or let's see what maybe that is the best on, because I would love to know.
Yeah, if y'all have used this right here, Looks like it might be Mrs. Wagers, yeah.
Oh.
So.
That's not. Do we have bloopers? Are we going to cut that out?
What'd you do? Spill
I
some?
poured it all over the place.
I wasn't looking. I was trying to figure out what this stuff is over here.
I was showing a house today, and the agent was a little bit fancier than me. It's not hard. And she was talking about people that use phrases, and she said, "Have you ever heard somebody say the hound?" And I said, "Give me a context, the hound." And she said, like, "I've scratched the hound out of something," or "I've scratched the hound out of my," I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Have you ever heard anybody say it like they're giving them the dog?" And she was like, "No." I thought, well, we probably don't need to go tit for tat on that, because I bet you I'm countryer than you are. But have you ever heard anybody say something about the hound, like I've scratched the hound out of myself, or no?
No. It's like we use mayonnaise different too.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, it's like I go in Walmart and when it's busy at Christmas and there's a lot of people in there, and I go, man, there's a lot of people in here.
Oh yeah. All right, I would leave this out until it cools off a little bit before you stick it in the fridge. But that is going to be really good, and I want to report back on just how good it is.
Now, look at that color. Let me bring it over here so you can see it.
I am so glad you had those that got darker, because that made it all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
In the way that looks. So we're going to chop these up fine. Now, if we had, I've got all kinds of different little devices and contraptions that you can use to chop these up, but since I don't have them, I didn't bring them. You know what I would love is if somebody out there has a food processor that they really like. I'm in the market to find one, but I can't really find where I could get good reviews on a food processor. But I have just a little electric chopper, and then I've got a hand chopper that you can hit. I really would like to find something that would be a good chopper. But you know, if you do this a lot, you can pretty much chop these by hand pretty fast, because some of it, they're not going to be even, they're not going to be consistent, but that's okay, because we're going to cook it down. It's going to be pretty fine.
So it's going to turn into more like a
mush.
A mush, okay.
That's probably not the technical cooking term, but you can see right there. I mean, we've already got quite a few done. Now these are not banana peppers. These are the bell peppers.
Bell peppers on those, yeah.
Here.
We've got a couple different types of bell peppers we're going to put in. We've got these yellow bell pepper.
I love that one.
And this one I think was just a regular green pepper, which all peppers pretty much on the bell peppers you see in the store start out as a green pepper. And the reason the green peppers are cheaper because they don't grow as long. They harvest them before they turn either yellow, orange, or red. So I do have some orange bell peppers out there that have been planted recently, and so next time we might have some yellow, some orange, some red, and I don't know.
I love it. And I put those up, I cut them in pieces and I freeze them, and then I use them, like if I'm going to do a hamburger patty with some peppers, or if I have some kind of a recipe that I'm going to cook and I want peppers in it, I just get them out. And the thing about having them in a freezer bag is you can just dump out as many as you want. You're going to do just one hamburger patty, then you're going to do it, you know, just a few. Or if you're going to cook for you and Dustin and Mary or somebody, then you're going to want more.
So you're talking about just opening the Ziploc baggie up and getting out what you need. And then sticking it back in the freezer. I do that all winter, and I'll use them for everything from meatloaf to, you know, anything I would put a green pepper in. You know, my extended family does not like green peppers. Like even when we order pizza, they don't want a green pepper on it. And I like them. I like the flavor of them. I do a pork chop with green peppers. I cook with them a lot. I'll put it in a lot of different sauces and things that I do, so. We'll send some home with you on the bell peppers too.
Okay.
We got our bag full of
I'm over here begging.
We got plenty, more than we know what to do with at the moment.
Well, and I think that anything that you can get fresh, and there's a lot of vitamins. Have you looked all that up about all the nutritional benefit of, I'm going to end up getting my finger cut, the nutritional benefit of the peppers? They're very high in a lot of different vitamins.
No, I haven't looked that up.
Yeah.
I've always loved the look of hot peppers,
but I've never ate them really. I don't like spicy stuff, but they're more ornamental to me on certain things because of the colors. We really like these colors.
Well, I like them even when you do them in oil, and you can preserve them that way, and they're more decorative too.
Now that's not to eat though, that's just to preserve.
Well,
I put them in a bottle.
yeah, but you can use them in stuff, like when you do that, you can do them in like pasta. Yeah, you can use them in things, kind of like a sun-dried tomato. You know, we talked about freezing and we talked about canning, but I think in a lot of parts of the country, people, or in the world, people do a lot of dehydrating.
Dehydrating, okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about peppers.
I think they dehydrate these and make these into flakes for putting on stuff. They make
like red pepper flakes.
Right, yeah, I've seen some of that. So I've been watching videos and trying to learn. I know nothing really about peppers to speak of.
How do you crash course here?
Well, considering that we're just getting started, but give me a year and I'm learning about all the different types of peppers, the hot peppers, and just next year I'll do a lot of them that's just really odd, or you know, stuff that's unique that you don't really see in the stores. So we'll end up doing a lot of different next year I'll do just as many pepper plants, but I'll do a wider variety. Yeah.
Well, now I don't know, are we in a good zone, like USDA zone? We're what, 7A, 7B?
Yeah.
Are we good for growing peppers? Is this a good place to grow peppers?
Yeah, you can grow peppers. They grow peppers about everywhere. The problem with peppers is in starting them out. They've got to have warm soil, warm nights. They're going to be one of the later things that you put out in the garden. You know, you'll start out early spring with lettuce and kale and things that can tolerate the cold. But the peppers and tomatoes, you need to wait, even if you can, a week past what you normally would be your frost date, in case something comes up. Frost is not good on them, except now I did plant some. I did plant some tomatoes, and it got cold that night. And I did plant 6 tomatoes, I think it was, and I kept 6 inside. And it's a little bit variety difference in the tomatoes, but they did get hit by, 6 of them got hit by the cold, and it wilted the leaves down really bad. Okay, I think the most of the leaves fell off.
Did they die?
No,
No.
I dug them up and
I went straight to the end. Did they die?
No, they're still out there. And actually, you know, I kept a lot of them. 6 of them had 12. 6 of them went out and got in the cold, and 6 of them never went out and got in the cold. The 6 that got in the cold, actually, that wilted down and got stressed really bad, got dug back up, brought back in. They actually turned out bigger than the other ones. So,
like stronger, more.
Yeah, we're having problems with the tomatoes right now because for 2 months we've had rain. So there's not been any way really to fertilize them much, because anything you put in there washes directly out. And so we're fighting, trying to get everything back up to a dark green color. All the nitrogen's been washed out from the just the rain, just constant rain.
Is that harder in the beds, in the raised beds?
Harder for what we mean?
To keep the nitrogen in?
No, not really. It's the
regular ground.
Yeah, it's I use granule. It's a slow release organic that breaks down, and over a period of time it feeds for about a month. You put it in the ground. It's a granule, but you know, a lot of it's animal byproducts.
What kind do you use?
I use Epasoma. I don't say
plant
that.
tone.
Yeah, plant tone. Yeah, I don't say it right.
Espoma.
Espoma. There you go. If somebody says it correct and I can hear it, then I can say it. Espoma.
That's what I used on those blueberries. Let's go back. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about my blueberries. But no, I did. It makes a big difference. I've got one guy that I met. You know, when they ran all that high-speed internet out here. There's a guy that I met when they were putting those circuits in, and he has blueberry bushes, so every so often we'll text each other about our blueberries. Okay, let's see how many we got here. I think we're going to be getting really
So you've
close.
got a recipe for 4 cups.
Yeah, start with 4 cups.
Okay.
I'm going to look at calf over. Have you ever heard that?
No, not really.
You know, when a cow have a baby calf and they clean it up,
Yeah.
I used to get told all the time, you have to go lick that calf over.
Lick the calf over?
Lick that calf.
Lick it?
Lick it
Oh, I
over.
thought you were saying look it over.
No, lick it over, and that means do it over again.
Do it over. All right.
Yeah, well, you gotta lick
Well,
this
I
calf.
better
I bet somebody has heard that before. That's in, tell us in the comments.
So yeah, one of those food processor things could be put on the list for next time for to buy.
Okay, now we've got almost that, but we've got this little tiny but mighty. I'm gonna let you do that.
This is Dustin's here. This is his jalapeno that he wanted to grow some jalapenos. This actually come from Jackie's nursery.
I love Jackie.
I think it did, didn't it, Dustin?
That one did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a shout out to Jackie. She's probably enjoying a little bit of rest after
Yeah.
a hard spring. She gets started even in the wintertime with her greenhouse stuff, so
Right.
this is the time of year when she can actually take. I meant to ask you a minute ago, I have a garden journal and I love it. Do you have a garden journal, and have you been journaling or just doing like your pictures?
We
and
make
stuff?
videos about it all.
Really? I didn't know. I didn't know you were making videos.
We don't have to write it down. We film it.
Smarty pants. I love my garden journal because I write down like when the last frost was, what I did, like when something started blooming. Of course, you've got video. You probably use your phone and take pictures of stuff every day, don't you?
Yeah, we take pictures and I can go back and see on the pictures the date of where things has progressed from over time. So, and we do the videos, and at the end of the year we'll go back and show from the beginning to the end of the whole season.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
So we're adding in this one jalapeno just to give it a little bit more. It ain't going to be too spicy, it's just going to give it a little bit of kick. So that way you still call it
Hot pepper jelly.
hot pepper jelly just because of the jalapeno that we're putting in here. But most of it's really sweet peppers.
Yeah, it's mostly sweet peppers. And, you know, I'm like you. I'm not a really big, like if I eat wings, I want them to be not so hot. I don't want like something that's going to make my head sweat or, you know, make my nose run and make me cough. But a lot of people really enjoy super hot food.
Yeah, it's a big market, especially custom-made hot sauces from small manufacturers, like you know, just real small companies, people like that. I forget what they call those small businesses. It's
like a brewery, but it's not a brewery.
Yeah, it makes hot sauce. You know, it's a small custom private label type thing. And yeah, I've been watching some of that about the hot sauces, and the guy that invented the Carolina Reaper, he crossed two different plants. And there's apparently thousands of different types of pepper plants, especially since they've been hibernated. And this is one of the things that is one of the comments that somebody made in the very beginning. When I was planting the hot peppers out there, they said, oh, them hot peppers will make your sweet peppers hot this year. You know, they'll pollinate them, and then your sweet peppers will be hot and your hot peppers will be sweet. Now, in the very beginning, I didn't know no better. I thought, okay, that sounds maybe
That's
right.
believable. Yeah.
But what happens is, it can pollinate and cross
We're going to go ahead and dump this in.
pollinate, but it will be the next generation of seeds.
Oh, so if you saved your seeds,
You could have a mess the next year. If you grow
Okay.
4 or 5, even like on squash or pumpkins or certain things, will cross pollinate. And then, so
this
you keep.
is above my skill level.
Oh, you need me to light that for you?
Wait, did it light? Oh, look at that.
So they don't, this year, you can plant them side by side, a hot pepper, a sweet pepper. It's not going to change that main parent flavor at all. But if pollen from this one gets on this one and that one, next year you don't ever know what you might have. You'll have a surprise.
Are you going to save any of your seeds?
No,
I'm
because they're
okay.
cross-pollinated. I don't know what they would be.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I'll buy all new seeds for next year, and I'll buy some more unique varieties that we don't see, especially some hot peppers that are more ornamental. For me, people eat them, and if there's people that want to have them, I'll give them to them when I grow them. But we're going to give Eddie all the hot peppers when they get ready. But the hot peppers are not doing so good. Those are the ones I bought that was stressed out end of the year $1 peppers. So, all right, we can get rid of this, I guess.
Yeah, we can. And I need that wooden spoon. And I'll
Wooden
stir
spoon,
this up.
okay. I got you right here.
So we're gonna get this, we're gonna get this heating up. And do I have it on high? I may have to get some help.
What we done?
Make sure, am I on high? Is that?
Yeah, that's hot.
Okay, all right, that's what I want. So I added a cup and a half of vinegar into here, and I'm gonna add a box of my pectin. And this is just the Sure Gel pectin. And so I'm gonna add it in here, and we're gonna bring this to a boil. And then once we get that boiling, then we're gonna add, will you throw that away from me? Thank you. Then we'll add our sugar. And you put a bunch of sugar in it.
So I love the colors in here. So this is all going to melt down into the
A
gelatin?
little bit, yeah. It'll melt down, but it'll still be chunky.
Okay.
You can make it real fine, you know, just like a jelly. I'm a little lazy. So when I make my jams and jellies, I leave a lot of the fruit in it so that when you spread it, I mean, it's got some body to it.
Okay.
Now, when I make apple jelly, I'll strain the apple skins and the stuff and it'll just be clear. But if I make blackberry or anything like that, I guess I make more of a jam. So this is probably going to be more of a pepper jam than a pepper jelly.
Jam, okay.
So now that it has started, Dustin, can you get a picture of this, how it changed the way it looks? It started a different kind of look of a boil. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to add my sugar in. This is when we add in the sugar and we bring it back to a boil. And we're going to put 6 cups of sugar. We have 4 cups of peppers and 6 cups of sugar.
Let me help you there.
Yeah, it would just, and just as, and don't worry if it doesn't, yeah. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I was worried we wouldn't have enough, but we did, didn't we? So I'm going to try to get as much of that out of there. There we go. We stick that in the sink, and we're going to stir this up. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's getting there, ain't it?
And then we're going to bring it back up to a boil. And while we're doing that, can we go ahead and take out our canned peppers?
Okay.
And we can go ahead and take those out, and then we can put our little jars, jars for this in, because we're almost ready.
I'll do it. All right, first one out. Oh wow, they've even changed colors already. They look different. So we're putting them on a towel or something?
A towel. You can put them on a towel. You can put them on I've got a cooling rack I set mine on, but you can put them just about anywhere. Now, see how those rings came up? Now they'll expand back down a little bit, but that's why you pack them in there so tight.
Okay, yeah, they shrunk up from the heat, and so as they cool down, they'll kind
of come back down.
Okay.
Now what you want is you don't touch these lids on the top, and you keep them squared up straight like that. Don't touch the lids, and as they cool down, they're going to start popping. And as they pop, then that seals, and that makes them shelf stable.
Okay, now can I add these other jars just straight in?
Straight in there.
I don't need to add no water.
No, you can just put them all straight in there. And they don't even have to stand straight up. You can just put them in there.
They can lay sideways or we're just, that ain't. Oh. Somebody call for help. It just wouldn't fit. That's small. It's manufacturer defect. And so we done got the lids on over here boiling. Do we need to put more water in them, or does that matter?
Probably a little bit more water in those.
Okay.
Okay.
So it looks like it to me they're not completely covered.
Yeah.
So I'll get some water for them. So how many of these jars you think we're going to need on that amount of jelly that you've done over
Maybe
there?
all of them.
The one whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at that.
Okay.
At guessing.
All right.
But I will tell you this, Dustin. Can you come over here and look at this? Here's your water for that.
For water, okay.
It's almost back to a rolling boil. When it comes back up to a rolling boil, we are going to be ready to time it for 1 minute. Once it comes back up, and the way I judge that is a boil that I cannot stir down. Now, Miss Sue Coward told me that you got to watch for it to smoke its pipe, which means little places will pop up in there. All right, look at there. See, I can't do that down. So I'm gonna set a timer on my phone, and we're going to I'll just do a stopwatch. And then when it's been a minute, then we're gonna turn this off, and we'll be ready to start putting the jelly in the jars.
All right. In 1 minute? That's
1
quick?
minute, yeah.
Wow, that's quick.
We're quick. We're quicker than Quim. We'll get it done. And then once we get this done, we'll put it in, and then we'll water bath. And we only have to water bath those like 5 or 10 minutes because they're so little.
Okay.
It doesn't take very long. I wish I'd have packed those in harder because I don't like how that looks, but it is what
It is hard to figure out, and it's
See,
just...
these look better. I like the way these look better. But these will fall back down some. But like peaches do that, like because there's so much water in the peaches. Okay, we're getting close. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. Now we're going to turn this off, and we're just going to let this sit here. And then I'm going to wipe this up because I have laid this sticky, nasty spoon right on the counter. So now leave those till they pop.
Okay, they've not popped.
Listen to me. Leave those till they pop. Oh, it was this one right here. Sometimes the smaller ones. Did you hear it? Did you hear it pop?
Yeah, I did. That's okay.
That's
Well,
okay.
they'll still pop. They'll be popping. So look at this right here. I think this might need a little bit more water. Or, I don't know. They're double stacked or something's not right.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be
Okay.
fine. When we get ready to put them back in, we're going to lean these little ears up.
Okay.
That's what's happened.
I don't know what them are for. I guess to pull them all out.
Well, and so you can pull out, like some people are very methodical and they'll have all their jars in and then they'll lower them down. Like you can lift this up and then lower them
put them
down.
all in at the same time.
Yeah, put them all in at the same time. But I just do it to keep things going. Yeah, that's really warm there. So I'm going to go ahead and take these lids off and put them over here with me. And then we'll get started with this. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna don't touch them. Don't touch them.
I'm going to move it over here a second, give you just a little bit more room. So, because we got to pour that stuff out over there. So let me move them. So touching them and moving them is not good for them. Once you
No.
it makes them mess up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So I
now-
see this is the one that popped right here,
Yes.
right?
You could go ahead and move it over.
Okay.
Yeah, it can go ahead and be moved over.
Okay.
See how its little center thing goes down? Okay. So if you'll bring me a couple of little jars, and I need a paper towel. I'll get a paper towel. Oh, look at there. Okay. I'm gonna get this paper towel to wipe my lids. Now, where did I put, and I'm sure it's probably right here, my funnel. Oh, here it is. I found it. Now this is going to be a sticky mess because any kind of jelly you can imagine, when you do a jelly, it is a sticky mess, but we're going to put our jelly in. There we go.
Now, when would these be ready to eat? Tomorrow or when they-
Anytime, yeah. Once they're done, they're done. There. Then I'm going to take this, wipe the lid. Now this is way more important for wiping the lids because you're more likely to get some residue on there on a jelly. You're more likely to get something that would inhibit the lid, you're way more likely to have a problem with that than the pickles or something like that. And you want to leave these over here because I'm going to be real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can leave those over here and oh, look at there. There we go again. Now at home, you can hear us praising the Lord and thanking Jesus because this is awfully hard work, and when you have one to pop the lid, it feels like you need to be thankful. It's a lot of work for it not to work. Can you smell those peppers? And see, now we've got hot jars, hot lids, and a hot liquid. So you want to make sure that either everything is room temperature and you bring it up to boil together, or everything is hot and you bring it up to boil together. It's just a little bit warm, and I'm a little bit wimpy. So, and this lid lifter is a lifesaver. Oh, I'm not cleaning the top of that lid, so we're going to pause the action right there and clean this lid. See how that had something sticky? And if we would not have cleaned it, it probably would not have sealed right there where it was sticky.
Borrow this just a second.
Okay. And then
All right, so we're going to put them back in.
go put them back in. So we're going to clean this right here. Good. And these lid lifters are the best things in the world because it keeps you from having to get your hands. Don't worry, I got another one right here. Don't be alarmed, I've got another one right here. Okay, and that one, it looks like maybe it has popped. Yeah, I think it has popped. So, we're good now. I think we've got everything ready to go in. We're going to bring that canner back up to a boil, and on this one, we're just going to do it for 10 minutes. Probably don't even need to do it that long because they're those tiny little half pints, or yeah, I guess those are half pints, and they won't take nearly as long to get them up to the temperature. Now, do you think we need more water?
I think if they're all covered, if they're covered, are they good?
Mm-hmm.
So
Even that tall one? Oh, yeah. Look, you're already almost to a boil.
Okay. All right, so it just started boiling, even though it's been in there a while. We still got to wait 10 minutes.
Yeah. We want to get it, it's at a real good boil, and we're going to put this on, and we're going to boil it for 10 minutes. Here we go. And I've got my timer set on my phone, and we're going to boil it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to take it out, and we're going to be done.
All right.
Water everywhere. It's messy, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I've got pepper seeds everywhere.
Good. Okay, so you're going to dump that water out.
Okay.
I wouldn't even use it for anything.
Okay, just dump it later.
I'd dump it later, especially because we had some stuff in it that had some vinegar.
Okay.
And then if some of that happened to have siphoned out, you wouldn't want to eat. Whoop, there we go. What makes us happy. You wouldn't even want to use that to water anything.
Okay.
Because it could have vinegar in it. So I would just dump it out. I normally try to save my water if I'm using, like if I'm just canning green beans and there's no vinegar, I'll save some of that water out of my canner and I'll go water a pot with it or plant outside.
Okay.
So, well, let's get these over there and take a look at what we got. Look how pretty that is. Don't touch this one yet. Now we can touch them all. Those jar lifters and that lid lifter, all that stuff is so good. Now this one we didn't have, that's just what we had left over, but that'll still be good.
It still seals just fine and...
Right. It will still be just fine.
All right, guys, we are done for today, and Tracy has done a wonderful job. I can't wait to try these. Now, how long do I need to wait to try the jelly? When will
I
it be
just
ready?
let it start, I'd let it cool off, and then it may take a day or two to get a little bit more firm. And so I'm going to give you a little secret on jelly making.
Okay.
If it doesn't get really firm, it's a sauce.
It's a sauce.
But no, sometimes it takes maybe 24 hours for it to kind of firm up a little
Okay.
bit.
So do they go in the refrigerator or just stay
No, they stay right
Until
out.
you open them up.
Until you open them up.
Okay.
And then I can't do it, but a lot of people can just pop the lid off. But I'll use like a little can opener, like a little,
Right.
I've always called it a church key. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like a beer bottle opener or
Yeah.
something. I'll use that to pop the lid. And then you just put the lid back on it and put it in the refrigerator. And it'll be good. But I'll be interested to see what you want, what you use. Apparently you don't use pepper jelly very often.
No.
But I do. I use it all the time. And once it starts to firm up, now if it doesn't get super firm, that's okay. You can still use it over cream cheese and use it over pork, over burgers. You can still use it almost like a sauce instead of a jelly. And then the next time you just use like 1.5 packs of the pectin. And then you've got the liquid pectin. I've never used that, but I've got some at home. I just haven't ever had a recipe for it. So if
So it uses it. You have to have a different recipe for the liquid.
And usually there'll be a recipe in the box when you
Okay.
open it, because those little bitty ones that we use, the powder, when you opened it, there was a recipe in there, and you would just use so much fruit, so much, and for jellies it's usually fruit. But we could try that. You could try that for sure.
Okay. Well, guys, we want to say thanks for watching this episode of Yard to Table Appalachian Homestead. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and also make sure to find Tracy on her channels. Tell them one more time.
Tracy Lobertini, East Tennessee Living, and I know that's shocking with this accent. And then just Tracy Lobertini is my real estate page.
Okay. Well, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.